This is the chapter number 8, Reach for the Top, and the part 1 is about the Santosh Yadav. So, who was Santosh Yadav? The only woman in the world who has scaled Mount Everest twice, was born in a society where the birth of a son was regarded as a blessing and the daughter, though not considered a curse, was not generally welcome. So, like the birth of the girl was not considered lucky, whereas the most importance used to be given to the boy. Like when her mother was expecting Santosh, a traveling holy man, giving her his blessing. Like there was a man and he was just traveling and he gave her blessing. Even he assumed that she wanted a son, but to everyone's surprise, the unborn child's grandmother, who was standing close by, told that man that he did not want a son. Like the grandmother of the Santosh Yadav was passionate to have a grandchild who will be a daughter, told him that they did not want a son. The holy man was also surprised. Like the man who was just giving them the assumptions, like he was totally shocked that whatever her grandmother was saying. Nevertheless, he gave the requested blessing, and as destiny would have it, the blessing seemed to work. Santoshi was born the sixth child in the family with five sons, a sister to five brothers. She was born in small village of Jonivas of Rewari district in Haryana. So the girl was given the name Santosh. So she got name as Santosh, which means contentment, like Santoshti. But Santosh was not always content with her place in a traditional way of life. She began living life on her own terms from the start. Like she used to follow her own directions. Like where other girls wore traditional Indian dresses, Santosh used to prefer the shorts. Like the dressing sense of Santosh was quite extraordinary as compared to the other girls. Looking back, she says now, from the very beginning, I was quite determined that if I choose a correct and a rational path, the others around me had to change on me. Like she was having a conception that whatever I will be having the determination, then I will just do whatever in my mind. Santosh's parents was affluent landowners who could afford to send their children to the best schools, even to the country's capital, New Delhi, which was quite close by. Like her parents were having some rich values, like they were having some strong financial sports. Like they can send their children to the best schools, like the schools which are much expensive and provide the best education to the students. But in line with the prevailing custom in the family, Santosh had to make do with the local village school. But like she had to study in the local school, like which was situated in the village. So she decided to fight the system in her own quiet way when the right moment arrived. And the right moment came when she turned 16. Like when she turned into the year of 16, then there was the right moment. At 16, most of the girls in her village used to get married. Like there was the tradition that after clearing the age of 16, the girls had to get married. Santosh was also under pressure from her parents to do the same. Like her parents were also like dominating her that you must get married. A marriage as early as that was the last thing on her mind. She threatened her parents that she would never marry if she did not get a proper education. She left home and got herself enrolled in a school in Delhi. When her parents refused to pay for education, she politely informed them of her plans to earn money by working part time to pay her school fees. Her parents then agreed to pay for her education. Like after getting the proposal of the marriage, she refused, and she given a threatening to their parents that if they will force me to marry, then she will just get a suicide. Like she will not get a proper education. Like whatever she said, like we cannot say that what kind of threatening she had given to their parents. But their parents refused her that they will not pay for their education. Then she told them that if they will not pay to them, then she is able to earn, she will do part-time job. Eventually her parents got agreed, like for the expenses of her education. Wishing always to study a bit more and with the father slowly getting used to her urge for more education, Santosh passed the high school examinations and went to Jaipur. Like after passing the high school, like after passing the plus 2 class, she went to Jaipur for the tertiary education, in which college it was the Maharani College, and got a room in the Kasturba hostel. Santosh Yadav remembers the Kasturba hostel faced the Aravali hills. So this hostel was on the opposite of the Aravali hills. I used to watch villagers from my room going up the hill and suddenly vanishing after a while. One day decided to check it out myself. I found nobody except a few mountaineers. I asked if I could join them. To my pleasant surprise, they answered in an affirmative and motivated me to take to climbing. She got the motivation from those mountaineers to get a destination, to get a tramp over the climbing. Then there was no looking back for this determined young girl. She saved money and enrolled in the course at Uttar Kashi's Nehru Institute of Mountaineering. My college semester in Jaipur was to end in April, but it ended on the 19th of the May, and I was supposed to be in Uttar Kashi on the 21st. So I did not go back home. Instead, I headed straight for the training. I had to write a letter of apology to my father without whose permission I had got myself enrolled at Uttar Kashi. After the completion of her exams, she got enrollment in the mountaineering institution. She didn't have the permission of her parents. She was just a bit scared, but she was confident that she will handle each and everything. Thereafter, Santosh went on an expedition every year. Her climbing skills matured rapidly. Also, she developed a remarkable resistance to a cold and the altitude, equipped with an iron will, physical endurance, and an amazing mental toughness. She proved herself repeatedly. The culmination of her hard work, culmination means end, whatever the fruit of her hard work and sincerity came in 1992, just 4 years after she had shyly asked the Ravli mountaineers if she could join them. Whoever the mountaineers who just motivated her, then she got her destination. She accomplished her target in 1992 after the 4 years of getting motivation. At barely 20 years of age, Santosh Yadav scaled Mount Everest, which is the highest peak of the world, becoming the youngest woman in the world to achieve the feat. She accomplished the target. She was having the full determination to get to the destination of her dreams. If her climbing skills, physical fitness, and mental strength impressed her seniors, her concern for others and desire to work together with them found her a special place in the hearts of the fellow climbers. So in 1992 Everest mission, Santosh Yadav provided special care to climber who lay dying the south colonies. She was unfortunately unsuccessful in saving him. However, she managed to save another climber, Mohan Singh, who would have met with the same fate had she not shared her oxygen with him. Within 12 months, Santosh found herself a member of an Indo-Nepalese women expedition that invited her to join them. She then scaled the Everest a second time. She was the second time winner, okay, to scale the Everest. Thus setting a record as the only woman to have scaled the Everest twice, thus securing for herself in India's unique place in annals of the mountaineering. In recognition of her achievement, the Indian government bestowed upon her one of the national top honors, the Padam Shri. She was the recipient of an award that is so called the Padam Shri. Describing her feelings when she was literally on the top of the world, Santosha said it took some time for the enormity of the moment to sink in. Then I unfurled the Indian tricolor and held it aloft on the roof of the world. Roof of the world, what is the roof of the world? This is the peak of the Everest. What is the highest peak of the world? She unfurled the Indian flag, the tricolor. We unfurl this tricolor whenever we are just enjoying the victory whatever the success we have, then this is a tradition of our country. Like the feeling is indescribable. Like this cannot be described in the words. Like she was feeling in the seventh heaven of the world. She was just thinking that I have achieved whatever was impossible. Like actually definitely it was impossible. Like the Indian flag was flying on the top of the wall. It was really a spiritual moment. I felt proud as an Indian. Also a fervent environmentalist, Santosh collected and brought down 500 kilograms of garbage from the Himalayas. So this is about the life story of Santosh Yadav. If you are really passionate to know more and more about her life, then you can grab a book, and the books are available online on the Amazon site, so you can read more and more about her life and make your reading and intellectual skills more plausible. Thank you and have a nice day.